Okay, so I'm expecting, just wait a minute or two. Maybe by that time we will have more people. So, mm, okay. So actually such data, about the stocks you can get on different websites. Like I downloaded, I think this from Yahoo or Google Finance. They have time series data of last n number of years, if you really want to see that and how your investment decision can be possible based on the data. So let's start this, here, this is the data that I just, from last 10 years, almost 10 years, I downloaded from Google or Yahoo Finance. I don't remember exactly. This is the date. At this date, the Amazon stock opens at this price. It reaches to highest, the lowest on that day, and this is the closing. And these many volumes were, transaction done. So this is the data that I got it. Using high value, my question is that, a couple of questions related to stocks. What is, just a minute. Yeah. This is the high value on this. How we can see, how we can understand this stock is good for investment. So let's say this is like 10, 11 years of data. And I want to see how much I can get in 7 years, 2 years, 7/3. I'm just going to show you. So this is the value of high stock. And I have, let's say, $10,000. Okay. Divided by what is the value? 1,184. How many stocks I can buy in $10,000? Approximately 8.5 stocks I can buy on that particular day. And now I would like to keep this money for next, let's say 1 year, 365 days. How I can, what would be my, what would be the appreciation and what would be the return on my investment? So I'm just going to look into this. Now I go under statistics. Under statistics, we have first time series. So we are dealing, what is the time series data, which is, based on the time scale. So here I can see this, plot. Under plot, I'm going to use simple, and I can use high value. Once I use high value, then I can do this also. I go under this. Here we have options, what you need to plot. So, you have index, lot of things. I would like to use a stamp, which is date. Once I put the stamp and date and then do, what does it do? You can see against the time, you can understand the pattern, how the pattern is behaving here. And you can see it is like an exponential thing. So, okay, I understand the trend here. This is look like, this is, going, growing. So the stock is over a period of from 2006 to, as of now, whatever is the date, it is 2017. So 11 years, it is, just during this time only, it goes little bit. So This is the first thing first I can observe. Now I go under stat, time series, and trend analysis. Under trend analysis, you can see here we have four models: linear, exponential, S-curve, and quadratic. So let me do, I want to do for high. So I just select the value high. Let me do first linear. Okay. And how many days? Let's see, 365 days. Okay. Look into the, this is what is going to be
Join the meeting.
what is going to be the, let's say this red line is linear curve, which means this is best fit line, and you can see the blue, this is going here, and this is going here. So here you can see this is the, means this is going somewhere here, this is going somewhere here, means you are not able to get good forecast. So, and there are other measures also, MAP, MAD, MSD. These are other measures. The smallest is the value of these numbers is better is the fit line. Or so just now I'm going to do another one. Stat, time series, trend analysis. So now I would like to do exponential. So here you understand this is 73, 104, 16,222. Now just do for exponential model. And here you can see this is the equation of, and this is MAP. I don't need to, because I can see everything under picture or under trend. Here you can see this is, exactly, it is like, it is fitting with the actual data right from there. So you can see it is almost, and the value.
I'm doing homework, okay? Shut the door, please.
Okay. So this red line and blue line, you can see clearly the we can compare, with the, here MAP is 73, here is 14. Here MAD is 104, here 32. Here MSD is 16,222. Here's 22,000. So this is, now let me check another one, which is the third one, which is, where's the time series, trend analysis, and let's do the quadratic, and in nothing, we are not going to play anything. So here, this is the equation of quadratic equation. I'm just going at the bottom. So here you can see, this is not, here you can see MAP, MAD, MSD, where we have, in last exponential, we have 2000 something. MAP was 14 and 32. Here we have 32 and 47. This is also higher. Now let's do the last option, which is trend analysis, and which is S-curve. And here you can see, so you can see this is again, they are going in different direction. Therefore, what is our best model to predict which is, which is fitting with the trend? The best model is based on this exponential. So let me do this. So I just remove this, I remove this, and this is, for example, our model. Now, how much stocks we got in it, how many stocks we got? 8.5 something. Okay, here. So now after 365 days, how many days I did? Yeah, 365 days. What is the value of my stock is? 1563. So what I'm going to do? 1560. Okay, I made a mistake. I think I multiply 1500. So why I'm doing I have to do 8.445, I think. 8.445 multiplied with 1563.18. So I'm just, so I invested $10,000. What is my return on investment? My return on investment is $3,201 after a year, after 365, or after 365 points. So this is, this is what you need to do in all the questions which I have asked. Basically, you are required to find the best model, selecting, crunching the number. You are going to see on particular day how many stocks using 100,000, 50,000, 10,000, 20,000, how many stocks you are going to have or buy on that day, keeping for 2 years, 1 year, 100 days. What is what is the value you are going to achieve, and then what is return on investment, or what is the value. So this is very simple thing. So this is called trend. Most of the things, where did I get 8.445? I think you joined little late. So this is the last day of high value that I'm going to buy. So look into that. I have, let's say, 10,000 bucks. 10,000 divided by 1184. This is my, so how many stocks I'm going to have on that day? I'm going to put $10,000. I'm going to get these many stocks. So this is very simple. Now look into other perspective of this. So let me go. All these things are, you can understand. Forecasting methods, one is time series, and this is cause and effect, which is regression. We already studied in last module, regression model. Here we have trend models, decomposition model, smoothing models, ARIMA models. So basically these are, smoothing, baiting, moving average. All this is very simple and you don't need to worry, because, mostly trend is applicable thing. Now, another important thing, which is, we are not going to look into all the thing. We are going to look into most important thing. Here, these are, you can read. These are the 5 important thing. 5 measure of fit. One is, fit refers to how well the estimated trend model match the observed historical past data. Note, a good fit is no guarantee of good forecast. So there's no, for example, suppose you are going to forecast Amazon.com, Amazon stock for next 2 years. I mean, there's no guarantee that, Amazon will, keep going like this. For suppose you have a stock of Tesla, and today what happened? Everyone has invested a lot of money in Tesla. And, maybe today, if somebody forecasted of the today's, it can impact a lot of variables. It can, environmental and seasonal things, recession, many things are there. It would not be like same, earlier, Tesla stocks, even in this COVID and everything is going like anything. But there will be some, changes, and, similarly. So these are the 5 measures which gives you how good is your fit model. R square, again, that is regression. How do we do? So I'm going to just show you here R square. How good is basic. Here we have regression, fit regression model like we did. And here we just did high. Oh, sorry. High should go here. And the date would be here. So like we did, this is simple thing. R square is 79 or 80, approximately 80%. So this is model, means 80%, this fits. So R square is one measure. We are not going into other thing. Here you can understand all unusual values. And what else? MAP, mean absolute percentage error. So this is also MAD, mean absolute deviation. I think now by that, by learning standard deviation and all, you can understand the meaning. Mean squared deviation, absolute like standard deviation, similarly mean squared deviation, absolute deviation we learn in, this is similarly this. So these are the, what is the impact of these? Thus r square must be close to 1, then you can understand a great fit. These should be as close to as 0, or as smaller, as you can see we have just seen in different fit models. So these are this should be smallest in order to get. So this is uh, the trend analysis. There are other methods which are like, for example here, now let me do some moving average or some other method that practically for a small number of, so stat here, time series data, here moving average, let's say do variable moving average 5, let's say. And what is the generate forecast? So I'm going to generate for 365 days, and you will see exactly the same number for a starting point. I'm not putting, otherwise it can automatically take from the next point. And you can see what is 1184, and you can see 1182, and the constant value doesn't matter how long you are going into the forecast. Therefore it is important for, like, if you have 10-15 points of data and you want to forecast the next event or next day or next thing, then okay, it is the average of last 5, or if I do the moving average 5. Otherwise it long run and trend, it is not going. So you can see this is the trend, but the forecasted value is constant. That does not help us. Similarly, we have a smoothing method and the other method which are not important at all.
Join the meeting.
So this is on your example. How can you assess this stock if when split over time? So if stock is going to be splitted over time, that you have to see different other things. I'm just, if stock is not going to split, then this is the method. Then the finance person can better let you know how different pros and cons. So basically then you have to consider many factors into how proportionality one stock is splitted into two. Accordingly you can you can forecast. You can just consider the half of the you can divide by 2. For example, let's say I'm just going to do here a split. I'm just using simple mathematics, and I'm going to do calculate and store results in C8. And let's say the stock is split into 2 stocks. So I'm going to hide divided by 2. Is it making sense? Yes. Yeah, this is what I'm just explaining, Whitney, that I'm doing 365 days. You can do 730 days. So yeah, this is the value of splitted things. Now you can understand, and you can see the stock bread, that what is the value, and then accordingly you can forecast 592 is this, and you can look into that what would be the value of 1, and then similarly you can see. So basically that is simple your understanding. Now another important thing in this about so is okay. So here is the, let me demonstrate one more time. So here I go under stat, we have time series, we are doing trend analysis, and here number of forecasts 365 days or 500 days or 730 days. I mean, So let's do 500. So, oh, exponential, this is exponential, sorry. We should not, so this is exponential and the value. So how much it is going to be there at the end of the day? 1817. So where is my calculator? Okay, right here. So let's say 8.455 multiplied by 1817. So after 500 days, you are going to have 5,362 on your return. You are going to, no, you don't need to do in time options. You just forecast with 300 next. So 365 points means this point onward. You can simply see what is this point, 300, 3019. And what is this point that we have forecasted? 3519. That means exactly 500 point forward. Basically trend analysis or trend forecasting is, what is this? This is giving us the extrapolation, you extrapolation of the values based on the best fit. So basically this is, let's see, this is red line up to here. Up to here is, this is best fit, and this is extrapolation from here to here. So this is what? Okay, now I come to the most important thing that is really applicable and you hear every other day in your, those who read Financial Times, those who read Economic Times or different, economic or CNN business and other things. And those who really, are into business, really into the finance market, investment banking and other things, they would be, knowing there all the prediction and interpretation are based on the one thing, which is how the market is going on, how the market is behaving, and that is indicated by index. Dow Jones index is there, normally you people look into Dow Jones. What else are there? Many, so Standard and Poor 500, exactly. S&P 500, Dow Jones, Nasdaq. Similarly, Nikkei, Japan, London Stock Exchange, Indian Stock Exchange, BSE, NSE, all these indexes are there. What is the meaning? How do we calculate? You can do it yourself. You can understand the real value of these indexes by yourself by doing simple mathematics. So basically, this is nothing but so index number, like, for stock exchange, we have index number. Similarly, we have index number. There's an index number which is called happiness index, happiest country index, global poverty index. There is a competitiveness index. Think about anything, ranking, environmental index. There are number of index which are there, and everything based on that. People rank the countries, rank the, different economy, easy of doing business index. Like, so we are interested in finance. Look into this. So index number, the idea is to create an index that starts at 100 in the base period. So index are most often used for financial data. To convert time series y1y into relative index, divide each data value by the data y1 in a base period and multiplied with 100. So for example, this is the first value when the, the company, how many companies I'm just going to let you know, and the current as of now. So index equal to 100 multiplied by today and multiplied by at the day it was incorporated in Dow Jones or Standard Poor or Nasdaq. So basically these are all weighted index. And how we can know? this is right here. So this is Dow Jones Industrial Average, and here 3M company has 3.74 bit, American Express 2.7, Amgen, Apple 2.8, Boeing is 4.41. Therefore, when Boeing stocks were, losing because of Max, the stocks market is 5.8 is Home Depot, and then Goldman Sachs 6.41, because they contribute largely in the economy of the country, and United Health is 6 point. United is the highest contributor in this. So how many are there? How many companies are counted in this? This is a combination of how many? 30 large companies. So, and the weightage are given for each. So how do we get, for example, I want to calculate today the Dow Jones, you can get on this, but if you really want to do it like this. So I can do 3.74. This is the weightage of, what is the value of current is, as on today, the 3M today, and the day the 3M was incorporated into this index. So first day, and this is T day. So first and T plus 2.71. What is Amex? 2.71. Sorry, again, Amex T day divided by Amex first day it was incorporated. Similarly, keep doing all, and you will get to know, multiplied with 100 again, So this is going to give you the today's Dow Jones or Nasdaq or anything. Now look into that historical components. On August 31st, 2020, these were the companies, and dropped from average. Exxon Mobil was dropped, Pfizer was dropped, and this is also dropped. So these are three. On April 6, United Technology Corporation, birds dropped. On, Dow, DuPont was dropped. G was dropped. So look into all history, how, when it was created, who were the big, July 30, these were the companies, 85. Then who makes the decision, which are New York Central Railway, Lexor Railway, these were dropped. So you can look into all, if you are really interested to explore all these things, you can get to know about more into this, how do we do this? So just, for knowledge, there is no question in assignment about this. And so similarly, you can calculate any index related to, or you can make your own index for doing any research or anything. So this is our index number that we get from different. So I just explained the weighted index. So, I mean, this is just, I wanted to cover today. I don't have anything extra. Can you talk about how to choose which model is right fit one more time? Okay. So I said, this is, for example, I just took, these accuracy numbers are most important. So I did, for example, let me do all four together, all four one by one, and let me compare and let me come to the conclusion. Stat, time series, trend analysis. This is already, exponential is already there. I am just going to do a quadratic here, and under quadratic, this is the one. And now I'm going to do, where is stat, time series, trend analysis, linear, and this is, so, and now fourth one is stat, time series, trend analysis, and S curve. So this is, so now I have all four forecasts. How we can see, first thing first, by naked eye, you can clearly see this is the real number are going here and this is forecasting something else. Here you can see the, so for example, here you can see this is here, this is going here, this is going somewhere here. This is from naked eye. Here you can see, here is also difference, and here you can see. Now other thing, in order to see cat, just look into MAP, MAD, MSD. Which is the least or smallest number? MAP, MAD, MSD. This is the exponential. This is the, I think, quadratic. This is the, I think, linear. And this is the S-shape. Which one is the least? The least one is the best fit, because trend, we are looking into the trend. By naked eye, you can see this is the exactly fitting, almost fitting. So these numbers are, or clearly you can compare all four together and you can see which is the best fit. Yeah, final, Alex, final question we'll talk about. Will there be Minitab questions? As certainly there will be Minitab questions, because we are using Minitab and we need to use. And is it possible final to be open on 20th Saturday? Final will be open on Sunday only, Alexa. So it will be open on Sunday, because everything there will be, and you can use Minitab, you can use Excel, you can use calculator. So all options will be available, means. And there is also one thing that it will be available 12 hours, means starting Sunday, means even if you wake up till late night on Saturday, you can finish, or early morning Sunday. So Sunday, right at 12 o'clock to 12 o'clock or 11:59 p.m. precisely. Yeah, Minitab even work. I will allow them, I'm just working, and it will work. So thank you very much. Have a good night. And now you are feeling that this course is almost over, means it is getting easier and easier. It was, that 503 was most difficult. Once you understand all the concept of 503, it is very easy to handle 520. And thank you. Bye bye. Good night.
I have a question about discussion.
Yeah.
Could you clarify what are you looking for in this week's discussion?
Okay.
Because it says, how do you see performance of the Dow Jones Industrial Index for the next 5 years? What seasonal factors will influence the accurate forecast of both index?
So
there's no way to do accurate forecast for any index.
So no, so I already explained about the how it is. You can't predict anything, but you can come close to the so based on your own knowledge and understanding. Let me go under. How do you see the performance of Dow Jones Industrial Index and S&P Index for next 5 years? So look into the data that you might get somewhere, the data like we were doing Amazon. Similarly, you can get the performance, or you can, based on that, you can just plug into the Minitab and see how it is going, how it is, what seasonal factor will influence the accurate forecast of both index. So you can understand, you never know about economic thing, but what do you see from your managerial point of view, from your managerial experience? what is going to be there in next 5 years, or how, what environmental factors will affect, or what other things. So basically it is, sharing your insight and just using, I mean, you can get S&P and, Dow Jones numbers from any financial website of all, last 5, 10, 20 years. And just based on that, use your assumption.
So are you looking for a number at the end of 2024?
No, I'm not, very hard and fast about number, just for example, I can just go here. Dow Jones last 10 years, numbers. So basically this is 1 day, 5 days, max 5 years. So here you can see, so here I think we can download somewhere. I have done similarly in other, uh, 5 years max or max. This is, I think, 1990. You can see this is the data that you have from 1990, and even before till now. So you have the data of, all this from like 20, 30 years. Now see where it is going, like as of now, it is how much? 20, as of 3 March, 31,000. You are going to see how much it is going to be at the, let's say 2024, 2025, and I think you can download this somewhere. I did, I think.
I put the link in the chat.
Okay, you already put, okay, thank you. Yeah, so Finance Yahoo does, this. Thank you. So yeah, similarly you do for standard poor. You can get also similar. Yeah, this is standard and poor is right here, and you can see max is right there. And based on your own experience and knowledge, you just think about, basically aligning your knowledge with the concept is most important aspect that I normally look into the discussion. And I'm not, because I appreciate all the thinking, whatever maybe you can give up, you can come up with new ideas and new perspective that based on your experience, like, for example, Warren Buffett, who is very good in all the investment. I mean, I would like to share here, but what is the spelling?
Buffett, I think. Buffett, right? Warren Buffett is what you said?
Yeah. Okay.
One, I think 2 T's.
Okay, and let me go with Amex. Okay, okay, here for, let's say, where is, so Berkshire Hathaway. So this is the company owned by Warren Buffett. You can understand, how he makes the, how he make the investment decision. Basically, he does not know. Most of the decision he makes based on his experience, knowledge, gut feeling, and all the things. So, for example, he can see, okay, today, let's buy this company, which is sick company, put into the money and wait for next 5-10 years. And that sick company, loss making company becomes ultimately, profit making. And this is how he makes the fortune here. Look into all the, railroad or, the train and all things. BSNES is, major stake is owned by him. American Express. So do I have the portfolio here? You can see all the manufacturing services, railroad, everything from JP Morgan Chase to Bank of America to Amex, all the things they have, major contribution from this company, and which is owned by, so this is here you can see all these companies, how he can make the how he can think for next 10 years down the line, how the market will behave before putting the money. Otherwise, he has chance to lose. So he has a similarly the similar question I am asking from your gut feeling, your knowledge, experience. How so? Look into the portfolio of the company that is owned by him. You can have here the American Express, or you can have uh, BSNES, which is railroad, that yeah, BNSF railroad company. It is 100% ownership, means whatever rail you see where BNSF is there, owned by him. So
Okay. Thank you.
you're welcome. Bye bye.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Have a good night.
Bye bye. Good night. Yeah, he owns almost, you can see all, look into that. Thank you. Thank you.